So, a few days ago, I went to the premiere of the new Independence Day Resurgence movie, or as we say in Swedish, Independence Day återkomsten. I've heard that the movie has gotten quite bad reviews, and people think it stinks. But, to be honest, I like it. I've been waiting 20 years for it, because I really liked the first movie. I went to see it in the theaters, even though I was probably a bit young to do that, but yeah. There are downsides with the movie, and I'm going to start with them. The movie is very convenient. It's very like, okay, and everybody is a child to someone, and I think that's not good. I mean, just because they're a child to a really good fighter pilot, that doesn't mean that they are a good fighter pilot, or that a girl, her uncle is the general, then she gets to be one of the chosen pilots. It's kind of like, that's wrong to me. But anyway, that's my opinion. But the movie is very convenient. It's like the eagles are coming all the time. And also there are plot holes, but I don't care so much about plot holes because, I mean, no movie is perfect. There are very few movies that are perfect in that way. Sometimes it's very predictable. You know that, okay, yeah, so this is going to happen to that character. And also it's very raw at times. It's very violent, and you're like, okay. So at first it's like really action packed, and then there's some comic relief, and then it's really raw, and you're like, okay, yeah, yeah. But anyway, the good things about the movie are a lot more. I think the movie has a really nice 90s feelings to it, even though it's a new movie and the technology is so good in this movie, and the CGI is fantastic. But it kind of feels like a second movie. I heard something about that they were going to do 2 movies at first, but then they chose to do 1. And I understand that because the beginning of the movie, this might be spoilers, I don't know, but in the beginning there's a very much narration. They speak about what has happened these 20 years, and it feels like they should have done maybe a TV series or another movie, but I like it this way too. It's narration for like 10 minutes, and then it's just, pow, here you got the movie. And it's like, okay, yeah, action from the start to the end of the movie. It's really action packed. The storyline is good too. It's really got the story. And it's nice to see the characters that come back. I mean, Jeff Goldblum is Jeff Goldblum. He's exactly what I expected. And then you got Liam Hemsworth, I think his name is. I don't really recognize him because I think he's been more in like drama movies, and I don't really watch them. But he was a really good character. And then you got the other characters. I have no idea who they are played by, but they're all good. They had a nice cooperation between them, and the comic relief is great. And then you got Bill Pullman as the old president from the first one, and the speech he holds in the first movie is like, yeah. And in this movie, it's kind of, yeah, he's a bit older. He's an ex-president now, and yeah, his daughter works in the White House. Convenient enough. Yeah, and then you got some of the other people, and I like their relationships as well, and yeah. And then you have the big bad guy, or big bad her. It's like the movie was you didn't know if it was going to end well or not. I'm not going to spoil anything, but when they showed the big bad boss fight, it was like, so scary. I know it's just CGI, but it was so scary. Not good at all. And you're like, okay, this is getting real. And let's see what else. I was on my edge almost the whole movie. I was like sitting in the seat, and I was like, because I was in the front seat, and the big screen. You're like, what? And with the 3D glasses on and everything. It was fast paced also. Maybe I've said that already. It was like, yeah, no. In some movies you really have this action, and then they just talk, but not in this movie. It was like action. A little bit of maybe talking, but I'm there to see an action movie, a pew pew movie, and I got to see an action pew pew movie. Yeah, so that's really good. Let's see here. The comic relief was really good because you needed to laugh sometimes because it was so intense, such an intense movie. Yeah, let's see here. What else? I've written some things down. Well, it was a great movie, despite the plot holes and the convenient things. It was exactly the movie I expected to see. I went to see a Roland Emmerich movie, which is action-packed, and I got to see a Roland Emmerich action-packed movie. Pew pew. The CGI was great. Fun how they had integrated the technology from the last movie into everything in this movie. I hope they do another, because I'm not going to spoil anything, but the last scene of the movie is fantastic. I was like, oh, this is so good. So I really hope they're going to do more movies. Fantastic ending to this movie. So I'm not gonna say if it's good or if it's bad, but it's a great ending. So I really hope they do a lot more, because they have to. I mean, we have to see Jeff Goldblum again. I mean, he's so funny. I mean, he's a great actor and he's so funny. Yeah, you get exactly what you expect from him. Yeah, well, anyway, I think that's it. I give it 2 thumbs up. Woohoo! So go and see Independence Day Resurgence if you want, or Independence Day 2, or Independence Day Återkomsten, or IDR, ID2, yeah, whatever you call it. Yeah, bye bye.